Quilt is a virus a day for every day in isolation, and I started it in 2020, early, right at the beginning of the pandemic, when I knew that my husband and I had to isolate quite early and probably for a long time due to him being a vulnerable person. And I started to make a little virus every day, and it gave me some structure and something to look forward to do every day. And yeah, so I started it, and at that time it was not the idea to make a quilt. I just made all these viruses every day, and I didn't have the idea what to do with it then. Yeah, the only day I didn't make a virus was the day when my friend Roger died, because that was obviously very shocking. It was at the beginning of the pandemic still, and he was the first person I knew who died of it, and we didn't expect it. He was poorly with a cold, we thought, and when he died it was a real shock for us. So that day I didn't make a virus, but later I put his name on the quilt. Yeah, when I started, I first tried to make a virus as realistic as possible. Was this one. But then I thought it is quite fun to make different shapes and different colors. And after I tried a few other ones, I got more and more colorful, and then I realized it had transformed from something very scary and frightening into something colorful and beautiful even. Yeah, so after I made viruses for a while, and I got lots of positive feedback from social media and from people I know, I thought I could turn this into a fundraising project related to COVID somehow. First I thought, because at the time it was this problem that the NHS staff didn't have enough PPI, so I thought I could raise money for that. But then I just decided to do a fundraising project for NHS charities together, and I offered people, if they would donate £20 to my Just Giving page for NHS charities together, they would receive a framed virus. So I made additional viruses, put them in a little frame that size, and sent them off, and people would donate. So all in all, I think I raised around £1,000, and lots of people donated. Yeah, after I started the fundraising project, I got lots of messages from people who donated and received the virus, and they had different motivations to do that, or why they wanted a virus. I remember one NHS worker, she was diagnosed with COVID on that day, so she wanted the virus I made on that day, so she wanted the specific date. Then there were people who had lost someone. They wanted a virus from the day where the loved one died. There were lots of people actually who bought more than one, and they gave them as presents to other people, because they thought it's a reminder of this time. Lots of people found comfort in having the names on the quilt or receiving the viruses, especially this one, Savita. The daughter sent me a message and said that this virus looks like the sun, and her mother was the sun for her. So, and I'm very happy that out of this scary virus, something meaningful and comforting came to other people. So obviously in that time of lockdown, social media was an important medium to communicate, and I posted a virus every day on Instagram and Facebook, and that's where I first got my responses and my feedback on that. And I encouraged people to make a virus every day as well in their kind of media, painting, drawing, or whatever. Someone crocheted one or knitted one. So lots of people joined in, and there was even a hashtag, a separate hashtag on Instagram, a virus a day. And lots of people joined in. Not all of the time. Some people just did a week or 2 weeks and then stopped. But there are quite a lot on Instagram to see from that time. I was very happy that people from other countries joined in this Instagram challenge as well. So we got people from Mexico who made a lovely virus quilt. There were a few people in Germany who were drawing and painting viruses. There was someone from Norway, and it was very interesting to see that we were all in the same boat and everybody was confronted with the same problems at that time. Yeah, this is how I made the viruses. So every morning I used to choose some fabrics I thought would look nice together. Here, these 3 in this case. Then I made the basic circle of the virus, and I fill in another little circle with a little pattern perhaps. Then I sew around here, make some little patterns in the virus, and then obviously, most important, the spikes. And then it's finished. So I created some other textile pieces in that time. One, which is actually a very sad one, is this. This is supposed to be my daughter with my 2 grandchildren, and they can't visit me. I'm sitting in the house behind the window because we were not allowed to see each other. So what they did, they came into our road and they stood in front of the house. Sometimes they would sing or we would wave. On my birthday, they sat on the pavement and I gave them cake outside. But it was a very sad time because they were quite young and we were really worried they would forget us if they wouldn't see us. But they haven't, so it's all good now. The other important thing was, so this is a self-portrait with dog, and that's my dog Gwynnie, and she was very important in that time because she was the reason I could go out for this hour every day, and she was great comfort to me anyway. This is another one of my textile pictures, which shows how I feel locked up in that time. So this is the view from my window. I live on Portland, which is a really lovely area, but we weren't allowed to go out. So that's why I have the symbolical lock in my hands and looking over the little village and the sea in the background. So this is one I made when I was actually very angry, because that was, it shows all the rules at the time. So we have the wear a mask, don't touch your face, the rule of 6, wash your hands, don't travel, stay at home, don't hug your grandma or elderly people, clean surfaces, stay 2 meters apart. And I was angry at the time because lots of people didn't stick to the rules, and for us, my husband and me, it was very important that people would stick to the rules, otherwise we would be even more confined and locked in. So that's when I decided to make the mask, and I made all those masks and embroidered all the rules on it. Having my work displayed in Dorset Museum is a good way to make it available to a wider audience, and I hope that lots of more people engage with my work and have a look at it and see that I try to transform the scary virus into something meaningful and beautiful.